Ready?
Yeah, we're looking.
And welcome back to In Search of Nonsense. I'm your host, David.
And I'm Brielle.
And this is the Halloween episode. And as you can see, we're in a new space.
Yes, we are. Because it's cold out.
It's cold out.
It
It's snowed. Even though it's technically October here in Canada.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
I actually cried when it snowed.
Honestly, yeah. Because then I was like, oh, one, we don't get to film outside anymore. Two, I'm not ready for it.
No, and we're going to have this probably till April of next year.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, in Canada, winter can last like
6 months.
6 months out of the year. 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, so we'll be like sad.
Yeah.
For 6 months. It's usually how it goes. For me.
Well, and like the roads are bad, and like the way it, like, because it was still kind of hot out, so I was like, oh, it might melt.
No, it's now minus 10. Last week it was plus 10. Now it's minus 10. And we're all just blah.
Thanks a lot, Canada.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
What is
like,
that?
that's it.
What's
oh, thanks a lot,
video?
bitch. That's a video. Thanks a lot, bitch.
I'm thinking of that, that little girl with, like, she had, like, that iPad, and it's like, thanks a lot, Sandra.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot, Rachel.
Thanks
you got
a lot.
Now your chords got used to yours instead of mine. Thanks a lot. That's us with Canada right now. Thanks a lot, Rachel.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
I agree.
The weather's gotten used to down south instead of here.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks a lot, Rachel.
Thanks
and
a
it's
lot.
all your fault.
It's all yours.
It's all your fault.
But then I have to remind myself, we don't get hurricanes. We don't get tsunamis.
We don't have animals that are going to kill us, like poisonous animals.
No poisonous animals. But we get...
Well, in our cities.
We get snow.
We have no earthquakes.
Sometimes literally past our own heads for 6 months.
Oh, it's so bad. Like last year was rough. Apparently, we're going to get an El Nino winter, which means it's going to be very rainy. But that means it's going to be fucking icy. And I'm not... Like, Winnipeg roads, like, there's already how many accidents already?
And we both... Okay, he lives out of the city and drives in.
Yeah.
I live in the city and drive out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'd think we'd, like, swap our...
It's literally terrible. I am a winter driver. Like, I can drive in the winter.
Oh, yeah. That being said, like, us Canadians, we can... We can
drive in anything.
Yes.
Like, I'm chill. I know some people, they hate winter driving. They just, like, nope.
Like, I'm the guy that's, like, passing people on the highway. I'm like, let's go.
Me too.
Thanks a lot, Rachel.
But there's some times when it's... I can drive in snow. I can drive in snowstorms. I can drive when the plow has not gone through. Yeah. But when there's ice on the roads...
Oh, fuck.
I don't care. I'm that bitch going 70 in the 80 zone because A, I fishtailed on the highway. And that was terrifying. B, I don't want to die. So I'm like...
Yeah, fair.
I'm like, you know what? I'm not going too slow. I'm going 70 in an 80. So it's not that
That's
bad.
That's not bad.
So
what I get mad at is the people going like 50 in an 80.
Yeah, right? And they
I'm
don't
like,
have
let's
their
pick it up a little bit.
I'm like,
their hazards aren't on. They probably don't have their winter tires on because
I'm like,
what are you
why?
doing?
Why don't you have your winter tires on? We live in a province. Put your winter tires on come October.
Oh, I don't get it. Especially where we live, rain or snow, everybody forgets their license.
Yeah.
They're
honestly,
like, I don't know what to do anymore.
The first snowfall this year, like last week, I was driving, and I'm like, who gave you...
Yes!
Who gave you your
They're getting it out of fucking Kellogg's cereal boxes because at this rate...
And you know who notices that? People who lived outside of cities.
Yes.
I never lived in
Because
Winnipeg.
we know how to... Like, I wonder if that's an outside of the city thing where we're like, let's fucking move.
Like, I had to drive highway into the city.
And you were fine. You made it.
Good. I'm like, but then I drive...
It's the city drivers.
It's the city drivers.
It's the city
drivers. The worst kind of drivers in the winter is when I drive inside the city. When I get outside the city and you're on highway...
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm like, even if it's snowy, the plows haven't gone, it's icy, people are just still driving. They're not going to cut in front of you.
Nope.
These idiots...
Oh.
They just...
Good night.
It's like Mario Kart.
Horrible.
When they...
Yeah, it's fucking Rainbow Road on Mario Kart. But it's just downtown Winnipeg.
But I feel bad because Halloween is in 2 days. It's going to be freaking
it's so cold. That was the thing growing up. So the first half of the episode, we're going to talk in our favorite Halloween movies, Halloween memories, stuff that we love to do around Halloween. And the thing here in where we're from, here in Manitoba, is sometimes you have to plan your Halloween costume around a parka.
Yeah.
Like around a snowsuit.
So, like, you, like, a lot of the times, you see people, like, especially last year, when it was on a Monday, I got home, on Mondays I only work till 5, so I got home at around 6 o'clock.
Oh, so the kids were out.
And the kids were out, so I was looking for my balcony, because I live in an apartment, so I don't get trick-or-treaters.
Yeah.
And there was some little kids, and they just had their parka on, and it was just so sad.
You know what I believe is apparently, like, they said one of the best feelings in the world is on Halloween, like, giving out candy. I believe that would be so much fun.
It'd be fun. I don't know if I'd have the energy to do it, but...
Well, you can't be the house that doesn't give out candy.
Would. Unless, like, you're always the house that's not, like, never home, right? Like, some parents take their kids out and do, like,
that's different. That's different. But, like... The house is like, we're turning the lights off and we don't want anybody around.
Oh, yeah, no.
You don't want to be that house. You're going to get egged. You're going to get TP'd.
Yes.
You're going to be hated for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Also, houses that give out full-size candy bars.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Or, like, chips.
Yeah, like the bigger bags of chips.
Yeah, I've heard that.
What is the wildest thing you've ever gotten in
Okay, this
Halloween?
is the thing, though. So, like, growing up, me and my brother didn't really do Halloween.
Okay.
But my mom would, like, take us out of school that day, and we'd go to the city, and we'd go to a movie, and we'd go shopping, and
that's so
go out
fun.
to eat.
That's so fun.
And then she'd bring us home, and we'd watch, like, a movie in the basement, like Scooby-Doo or Halloween Town, like one of those things.
Yeah.
So I went out a few times.
So fun.
Yeah, like, I enjoyed it as a kid. My brother has different...
He's not a spooky
opinions.
vibe?
My brother loves spookiness. But he has different opinions about the whole thing, which is, like, fine. Like, we experienced it differently. I liked it, but I'm also, like, I didn't feel like I missed out on trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
He feels like he missed out on trick-or-treating, but he's also, like, way more eccentric than I am. So, like, dressing up for him is, like, whoa!
Oh, for your brother, every day is Halloween.
Dressing up for me...
He's got killer costumes.
Right? I'm like...
The makeup, all of
everything.
it, yeah.
Dressing up for me is, like, a pain in my ass. And I usually always think of amazing costumes, and then it comes to the week of.
Yeah, and then you're like, wow.
And I just hate dealing with
That's
people.
why, like, as you can see, we're kind of dressed up. I have my Chris Pratt Jurassic World outfit, and then Brielle has her Scream shirt, because we wanted to be a little spooky for you guys.
Yes,
a little bit spooky, yeah.
So I went out a couple of times trick-or-treating. Honestly, I can't remember, because I'm also not a candy person. I'm not a sweet. I love sweets, but I'm not like a.
You're not gonna go out and buy candy.
I don't go out and buy candy or candy bars. So I think most of my sweets, I probably did eat them, and I hated myself afterwards.
Do you have a favorite candy bar or like in Canada? They're chocolate bars. They're not candy bars. For those of you who are listening in the States.
Okay, so.
And also, our drinks aren't soda; it's pop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun facts. So, I used to love chocolate as a kid.
Okay.
This is like a fun fact
so
about me. I
what's
used to
your
love
favorite
chocolate
bar?
as a kid.
Okay.
When I loved chocolate, see, emphasis on loved. When I loved chocolate,
it was fallen out of love with chocolate.
It was Mars bars.
Okay.
But then every time I ate a Mars bar, my face would break out when I was a child. Oh. So then I convinced myself and told myself, literally as like a kid, that I hated chocolate.
So you
to the point now.
You just don't.
I hate chocolate bars. Like, I can't stand them. I'm also a health nut person, so, like, I'm annoying.
Yes. Yeah, you eat fairly healthy.
I'm an annoying person that goes and reads the back of the
But you're also not
bars.
Opposed to, like, going out and, like, eating fun food. Oh, pumpkin!
I'm not. So, I would say my favorite actual...
Okay, there we go.
My favorite actual chocolate bar is from a company called Hugh Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And they have amazing chocolate, super clean ingredients.
It's like an all-natural.
So it's like an all-natural one.
Probably still tastes really good.
But they taste so good. Yeah. It tastes so good. Like, I love
Does it taste like a regular one?
Yeah, and I love dark chocolate. So I get one that's stuffed with cashew butter.
Ooh.
And it's like little pieces of like a chocolate bar, right? I probably eat like 4 pieces of the chocolate bar. But it's so good. I also love like peanut butter cups. But I make my own. Like, I make my own peanut butter cups.
I've had her Reese's peanut butter cups. They're very good.
And I'm the...
Because you can't really mess up.
You can't. No. Like they're so yummy.
It's just chocolate and peanut butter.
And I'm also that annoying person who's like, yeah, I'm going to have a Snickers. But it's a fucking date cut in half with almond butter covered in dark chocolate and put in the freezer.
See, I'm not that way. I'm like, give me all the chocolate, all the candy. You know what I mean? So.
What's your favorite chocolate bar?
Ooh. probably a cross between, and this is I don't know if I know one of these is Canada specific, but I love a Wonder Bar.
Okay.
From Cadbury, and specifically the Canadian one, I love a Crispy Crunch from Cadbury.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like Milka.
Milka's good.
I like Milka because it's from Europe.
That's the like their
it's like
Cadbury.
they're like.
Yes, so you do like chocolate that's not like super healthy.
Yeah.
But that's a different kind of chocolate.
Kind of chocolate. Like it's from Europe, so it's like it has different regulations.
Yeah.
It's expensive as hell.
Yep.
But I
can
only
get it imported
I
here
only get
close
it
to us.
once a year.
Yep.
Usually around this time of year, and I buy it once a year, and I slowly pick away at it. Haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah.
I've been eating my state Snickers. Oh my god. What's the weirdest thing you've gotten?
See, here's the thing, is I didn't really trick-or-treat as kids, so as you don't know, like, we both grew up Christian, so that wasn't really a thing allowed for little Christian kids.
Yeah, right?
Growing up in the early 2000s.
Yes.
But, like,
we still like
I went a couple times, but the weirdest thing I ever got... I remember one time I thought someone gave me beer once, but it was, like, a weird off-brand root beer that I've never seen before. I just remember at night, because it was, like, getting a little late, and they were like, oh, yeah, here, have this.
It was like a giant tiger.
It was, I don't even remember.
No name, root beer.
This weird no name, but it just, like, the beer was really prominent on it, so I was like... Did they just give us alcohol?
They're like, here you go, kid.
Here you go, kid.
Fun fact, last year there was someone who was giving out candy and by accidentally gave out nerds, and they were marijuana nerds.
Those poor kids.
It was like by accident though, apparently, because the package looked literally
Their package are literally the same.
Yeah.
But then they just have like a little weed thing on them, yeah.
One time I got a toothbrush. I remember that.
That's not cool.
Yeah, I got
like,
a toothbrush.
if you're going to give out something, at least give us kids something fun.
Right? I'm like, at least give me a little game.
Yes.
I know someone who gives out like a little chocolate bar with $1.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah, because they're kind of like, they don't really want to give out candy, so they want to give $1, but they also don't want to like be like,
here,
I'm going to give you
out
money
a ton of money.
every year. Yeah.
$1, totally.
Right.
Totally
I think I would be like that kind of like, I don't know if, Sean would probably want to give out chocolate bars.
Of course.
Let's be honest. Me,
I could see you guys being a full-size chocolate bar house.
We'd probably be a full-size chocolate bar house, and then I'd probably go buy, like, organic, non-GMO, blah, blah, blah candy to give out to. Yeah. But I think I'd want to be...
You do one of each. You'd be like, here's your full-size chocolate bar. Here's your
like
date Snickers.
I'd make a little baggie with one. And then I think I'd also put, like, a little... I'd go to, like, the dollar store or something and get, like, a little game. Like, a little...
Yeah.
And I'd put it on.
Kids love that. Kids eat that shit up. Well, and I love, too, when people get creative with it. Like, I saw a thing on Instagram or TikTok the other day where, like, people made little ghosts out of, like, saran wrap, like parchment paper. And you have a little ghost baggie, and you can see inside what the thing is. I'm like, that's so cute.
See?
Halloween.
That's fun.
That's fun. Halloween can be so fun, because I get it. Some people are like, oh, I don't like Halloween. That's spooky. That's scary. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, like, But also, like, Halloween doesn't have to be, like, horrifying.
No,
it can be fun. It can be, go dress up as your favorite Marvel character, your favorite Disney character.
I agree. And then also, like, you don't have to celebrate Halloween if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, you do you.
Yeah.
You do you.
I mean, I'm still going to think Halloween's superior if you don't, but,
Right? I'm like, I like Halloween. It's fun. I love the spookiness. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a spooky boo.
Spooky, scary, spooky, spook.
But, like, I don't know. It's up to you. I don't care.
You do you, boo. Like, honestly. We're going to do our Halloween, and you can do whatever else.
Yes.
Like, in school growing up, we had, we didn't have Halloween, we had Spirit Day. So you had to dress up as Bible characters.
Oh my god!
I love that. It was like, you can't dress up as anything else, but you could do Bible characters. So like a lot of kids, I think I went as an angel one year, like...
Typical. I think I went as an angel one year too.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a Christian school. I went to a public school, so we dressed up.
Yeah.
But my mom would like take us out, but then she would be like... She would let us hang out in the morning and do like all our fun stuff because there was like a little maze and everything that my elementary did.
Oh, that's so fun! Like in the school?
In the school, yeah. They did like a scary maze.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then my mom would take us out in the afternoon and like go for lunch in the city and blah blah blah.
That's
so
like
fun. Bible characters.
How
do you dress up as different Bible characters? They all look the same.
They all look the same. You have a robe and you put a belt on.
No one wants to dress up as Jesus.
No. I think I dressed up as David because my name is David. I was named after him.
Like, so imagine like having a little girl being like, "What are you?" And she's like,
"Mary Magdalene."
like what? Praises to Mary Magdalene.
Yep.
Praises to her.
Shout out to Mary Magdalene, friend of the pod.
She a real one.
She's a real one.
Jesus loves all sluts.
That part.
It's true.
It's true.
But like, imagine this little like
a little kid coming up and be like, I'm Mary Magdalene.
She's like, I'm Mary Magdalene.
You're like, oh, okay.
Well, that's nice. Maybe just say you're Mary.
Yeah. Well, it could be any Mary, really.
But there were so many Marys.
So many Marys. Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene.
Literally, it's Mary and Joseph. That's all they named.
That's all they know.
Then.
Mary and Joseph, David, Andrew, Michael, Hezekiah, whatever his name was.
Zachariah. Okay,
Ezra.
if people name like their kid Zachariah, like
imagine if Bible names were they were today.
Like imagine
like
going up to
Zeke
someone and like, what's your name? And they're like, Zachariah. And he's like, oh, okay.
Whoa, okay.
I'll be like, can I just call you Zach? And they're like, no. Like, oh.
It's that. I'd be so funny. Like, imagine if Bible character names were like SoundCloud rappers, like Bad Bunny, Ice Spice.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine?
Wait, those people were like off of SoundCloud?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
But like, imagine if like that's what people's names were back then. We got Ice Spice,
Machine Gun
Kelly, Lil Bow Wow.
Oh my lord! Yeah.
Jason Derulo.
Pitbull. I went to a Halloween social last night and there was someone.
Did they play Pitbull?
They played Pitbull. Fireball. That's literally at every social. Someone was dressed up as Pitbull.
They always play Fireball or
Boot Scoot Boogie.
Boot Scoot Boogie, and what's his other one?
Oh,
Don't Stop the Party.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so when we were there last night, I was like, they're gonna play Boot Scoot and Boogie, and Sean.
Oh, of course, because it's Manitoba.
Growing up in a Christian home. No offense, I grew up in a Christian home too.
Yeah.
But going to a Christian school, right? And also, he's so quiet.
Yes.
He's so quiet.
He's come a long way.
He's come a long way. So we're sitting there, and I'm like, they're gonna play the Boot Scoot and Boogie, and he's looking at me. He's like, "You're crazy. You're crazy."
No, there's a staple of certain songs you have to play at a Manitoba social.
It starts playing probably like an hour later, and I'm like, look, it's playing, and he's like, I didn't know they played those at socials.
It's like there's a set list of certain songs that have to be played at
social.
He's like,
I thought you just requested that song at our social. I'm like,
no, it's like a known thing. It's Boot Scoot Boogie, Cha Cha Slide.
Yes. Thriller. Fishing in the Dark. They always
some people do Chicken Dance or like the hamster
Feel
dance.
Like a Woman, Shania Twain.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, by Usher.
I'm so sorry. I'm not
No,
sick.
all good. We'll cut that out, don't worry.
Dust.
They always play Yeah by Usher.
Yeah. Oh, Boots with the Fur.
Yep.
Got the whole club looking at her. Hey! I went to a social, and it was like a couple of years ago, like pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And me and my friends were at the bar, because I was DD, but I was like with them, because I didn't want to be on the dance floor alone.
Yep.
And I looked to my left, and there was this girl up on her, like, on her arms, and her legs were against the wall, and she was twerking.
She's twerking, oh. Remember when twerking was a thing?
But you know what she was twerking to?
Yeah, by Usher?
No. I think it was Shania Twain.
She said, man, I feel like a woman.
Like, I just stood there and I watched her and I was like, kudos.
You go, girl. You do.
Kudos.
She is a woman.
Yeah. I love socials. I love Halloween socials because you get to dress up.
Yes. Those are the best socials.
I love like dress up socials. Like
themed socials.
Like, because they can be on Halloween.
And what I like about it is when it's a themed social, people actually dress up.
They do. That's why I have
And it's kind of like a faux pas if you don't. Like, people kind of look at you and be like,
why didn't you dress up?
Why didn't you dress up?
Yes, that's why we had a themed social.
Yeah.
People love it. They just don't want it at Halloween. They want a themed social. Yeah, so Sean had to dress up last night. And he went as a, like, prime 2010.
Oh, I had laughed so hard when I saw it.
Imagine, like, 2010, listens to My Chemical Romance, listens to Dashboard Confessional.
Yep.
Sits there in his room
Panic at the Disco,
and cries about this girl named Jenny, who's not looking at him.
Will be the night that I will fall for you.
Over again. That's what he went as. I even
100%.
put eyeliner. I put eyeliner on him.
Did he have a nose ring?
He had a nose ring, and his hair was swiped like this.
Oh, it was very
low key. I was into it because that's like my kind of music. So I was like,
it was very Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. Yeah,
very like Brendan Urie. Like,
which era though? Is it Streetcar Named Desire?
Nope. Very lying is what girls do.
What is that?
It's the one with like, it's the one. I chime in with a have a few people.
Yes, yeah.
Have. That one.
Yeah.
That one. It's very that-esque.
Yeah.
Like, it was great.
Yeah.
It was good. It was so good. So good. But yeah. Favorite
Halloween movie. Oh, Hocus Pocus. Sarah Jessica Parker, Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy. Kathy Najimy. What else do you want?
It's true. You know what? I saw something the other day and I laughed where it was like basically this whole movie is making fun of this dude being a virgin.
Yes. Because... and they keep bringing it up the whole time.
You know what? You're right. This kid's like 15 years old and it's getting made fun of.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's 15. That was like a weird... Looking back at the movie, that is a weird little, like, okay. Like,
they're
making fun of a teenager.
You're a virgin? And okay, the little sister, that's like, they go to meet the girl. And she's like... Max loves your yabos.
Yeah, she's just straight up unhinged in the chat.
I'm like, oh my god.
Like, exposing him in 4K.
Literally, I'm like, that will probably be my child.
110%.
My child will be like, I'll see someone that I don't like, and I'll be talking with them, and my kid will be like, Mom, I thought you don't like them.
And you're like, shut up, shut the fuck up. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Hocus Pocus, number one.
Hocus Pocus, number one. Well, come on, you got Bette Midler. Kathy and Jimmy on the vacuum.
Okay, yes. I felt
so
bad.
funny.
I felt bad for her undergarments in that scene. I was like...
I was
like, poor woman. Poor woman.
Man. Oh, and like the bus scene is iconic.
Okay, yes.
Yes. The Yabos, hilarious. Trying to think what else in that. There's so many things.
The cat. I had such a huge crush. I had such a huge crush on Binks. It was the voice.
The Bang, the little Zachary Bang. He's in a show now. I think I literally saw a meme being like, "What?" Like I think he's in NCIS or something now.
What?
It's like one of the characters in there. It could be. I could be wrong, but he's on a TV show now that people are like, "Wait, that's Binks from Hocus Pocus?" Because he's like the voice, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know and
like I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, like who doesn't wake up and quote, "Ugh, what another glorious morning," makes me sick.
I do.
Like
I quote it.
Black Flame Candle.
Sometimes David and I send it to each other.
Yes. Every Halloween, like every October 1st, like you're getting a gif of Bette Midler opening that window.
Another glorious morning. Makes me sick.
Oh, iconic. And I'm trying to think what else. Love Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else. One that I'm like, ooh, I love this movie. Halloween Town.
Oh, yes.
Of course. It, also in the Disney family of Hocus Pocus. Halloween Town movies. I'm trying to think what else. And more for like a horror movie. Probably love Jeepers Creepers. Because it's so terrifying to think about. I've never seen a movie that physically made me like uncomfortable watching it. Like Jeepers Creepers. Feast is really gross, if you've ever seen Feast.
I've heard of it.
It's one of the most disgusting movies I think I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, Jeepers Creepers, I love like a creature feature. I love like a monster movie. Yeah. I love like a fun like creature monster that's coming after people. I love stuff with witches, obviously. Yeah. Trying to think what else. Hocus Pocus, solid movie. If you want a really solid Halloween movie you've never seen, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. So good. She's shivering because she knows that movie. Basically, the premise of that movie is that these two siblings are traveling in like the countryside, and they see this like what they think is a man dumping bodies into a pipe.
Yeah.
And the brother falls down to the pipe, and then the guy starts chasing him. It's revealed that he's this like ancient monster that like can't die, and he's called the Creeper, and he kills people to like replace parts of his own body, and it's like it's very gross and very disgusting, but very, very well made. Very, very well made. It's got Justin Long, Gina Phillips, I think is her name.
Yeah.
And it's very, very good. It's
so
gross.
much.
It's so creepy. It's an actual creepy movie instead of the movies that we watch. Or Brielle. Yes. Okay, so Brielle showed me those movies from the beginning episode. Oh my god.
Terrible, right?
I thought we were watching softcore porn because it was like so that scene where a guy's like whipping her, he's literally like feet away with this like weird whip, and she's like being
she's
controlled.
Like dancing. It's weird.
And then but that somehow like kills her. And yeah, she showed me the shot of that weird zoom in on the tire. Like, what? That movie was
I was like,
so
what
bad.
is this? Like, why am I a part of this?
Also, just watched this past Friday with a friend of mine, Kaylin. Shout out to Kaylin, friend of the pod. We went and saw Five Nights at Freddy's.
And?
Very, very fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as scary as I thought it was. Like, there's really not. But there's some good jump scares. There's some blood. And there's one death in particular that the whole audience, like gasped at.
Yeah.
Like, when it happened, because it was very, like, surprising. But very, very fun. Love Josh Hutcherson. Who doesn't love Josh Hutcherson?
Peter
Malark, the kid from Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah. Oh my god.
How about you? What's your favorite Halloween movies?
Well,
She's been waiting all month for this episode.
I am a scary movie person. I love scary movies. Me and my... Oh my god, my nose is so stuffed right now. Damn dust. Anyways, me and my friend Ellie, friend of the pod, shout out, watch scary movies like all the time. Like, we have seen so many scary movies together, it's not even funny. So, my favorite one is Halloween. 1980s.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis,
Myers,
Michael
Jamie Lee
Myers.
Curtis. I am a Michael Myers. Me and my brother love good.
You had a Michael Myers shirt,
yeah.
I think, in a previous episode
yes,
as well.
I did. Yep. Love Michael Myers. I just love that he can never die. Like, what the hell?
I will say, I know people got upset with the reboot of him being a supernatural being.
Oh,
but
yeah.
how else are you gonna explain it?
But he kind of wasn't though. When they rebooted it, in these now the two in 2020 and 2021 or 2021 or whatever.
Yeah, 2018, 2020, and then 2021.
Yeah,
2022.
For those, he wasn't really supernatural because then when he died. Oops.
What?
When he died in the last one. He dies. I'm so sorry.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
He dies and they kill him as a man, and he's a man. So he's not really considered supernatural.
Yeah.
But from what me and my brother found out, because one of my brother's favorite ones is Halloween 4 with the little girl. And
Which
it's
that one? My favorite Halloween is actually Halloween 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
Or H2O.
H2O,
yeah. Because you got Josh Hartnett, Michelle Williams.
Yeah, very true. See, I love the originals. I love the Jamie Lee Curtis storyline, and I know Jamie Lee Curtis is in...
She's in
She's
H2O.
in H2O, but
that was the original, ending one.
Yeah, and that's the, there's so many... There's different, universes.
Timelines, yeah.
There's different universes in the Halloweens.
Yeah.
Halloween,
because now the new one is kind of those other movies were legends that they didn't really happen.
Halloween 1, Halloween 2 is all a part of Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
Yep.
Halloween 3 is a off of
alternate universe
because
almost.
Originally, John Carpenter wanted to make the Halloween movies anthology movies.
Oh,
but Michael Myers took off so that he could never do it. So that's why Halloween 3 is about these witches. And then Halloween 4 and 5 and Halloween 6. Halloween Resurrection? No. Halloween 4 and 5 and Halloween something. There's another one after.
Oh, Resurrection. Yeah.
Those are all in another universe because in those universes, Jamie Lee Curtis is Michael's sister.
Yeah, and I think she dies
she dies
in one
of them. And then there's Halloween H2O. And then, but then in these recent ones from 2019, 2021, Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills, those are, she is not his sister. He is just a serial killer who wants to kill her. He was the kid
she was babysitting, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just he is so hung up on her because she got away.
Yeah.
So I love...
Yeah, and all the other movies were legends about Michael Myers in that universe. It was just
weird stuff.
Yeah.
So, number 1,
Halloween. Got you.
I love The Exorcist. Love The Exorcist.
Okay, are you going to go see the new one? Yep.
I am. Even though The Exorcist is probably one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And not because it's scary, but because it's so
psychological.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, and fucked.
Ugh.
Because that happens to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fucked. Another good one is I love Halloween Town. I love Hocus Pocus. I love Hereditary. Hated myself while watching it, but I loved
Hereditary,
it.
but yeah. But like kudos because it was genuinely scary. That and Midsommar and
yep. And I love Scream.
I was just about to say because you're sure that's probably I think that's my favorite slasher franchise. Scream for sure. I love the sixth one.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
So good. I love a good Freddy Krueger because
Freddy vs. Jason.
So weird. He comes into your dreams. It's like psychological and not scary, but Halloween practical magic.
Yes, of course. Who doesn't love Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman?
Together in a movie.
Being iconic.
It's like
being two iconic queens. Yeah.
Queen energy.
Yeah.
But I love a good scary movie.
Yeah.
Sean's not a scary person.
We'll get him there.
So it's a sad life I live. I'm kidding. It's not. Yeah. But I love a good scary movie.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of scary movie watcher are you, though? Are you the, like...
It was weird because as a kid, I couldn't stand horror.
Okay.
Like, it was all terrifying to me. But I think, in a way, it kind of gave me, like, a weird fascination with it.
Oh,
because it was this thing that I was so afraid of and, like, wasn't allowed. Like, wasn't allowed Harry Potter, no magic, no Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. So then as I grew older and, like, my family and my church started changing their beliefs on some stuff, I kind of, like, delved into some more, like, Harry Potter, more spooky kind of stuff. And yeah, like I love it. Like before, now I can watch kind of anything. There is some stuff that's still for me. I think the body horror is a bit too much. Like I found Saw. Yeah, I'm good.
I saw Saw once.
No, it's too much.
I'm okay.
It's too much. Hashtag too much.
Okay, it was terrible.
Like yeah, like I'm just also down for just like a fun slasher. Like I love Scream.
Yeah, a good slasher.
Scream 4 and 6 are probably my favorite. Good slasher movies.
I love a good like ghost, like super weird demonic one.
Okay, one really fun movie that I think doesn't get enough love is Cursed with Christina Ricci. And it's Christina Ricci, Jesse Eisenberg, Portia de Rossi is in it as like a gypsy, and it's about werewolves.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun movie.
Good one. It's a good one.
If you want a fun movie with Christina Ricci, if you love Wednesday Addams, if you love the Addams, and Addams Family is another Halloween classic. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like
Wednesday was a great show too.
I loved Wednesday.
Yep.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Iconic. I know some people consider the Jurassic movies scary.
What?
I wouldn't.
I think Jaws is scary.
Jaws is terrifying. Jaws made me afraid to like go into the bathtub.
Is it your mom who loves shark movies?
Yes, my mom loves shark movies. I went
to
see the Meg 2 with her, The Trench. Great soup. Again, people like that's another thing. Like people hate on shark movies, hate on all this stuff. I'm like, it's a shark movie. Like, what do you? It's not Citizen Kane.
Like, it's about a shark.
It's about a shark that eats people. What do you think's gonna happen?
Like, go to the ocean.
They eat people. Which is why I think, in a way, like,
it's
and that's why, like, because those of you who don't know, Jaws was the first blockbuster ever.
Yeah.
Because people literally broke the block.
Yep.
Getting in line to go see it at the movie theater. So that's where that fill term comes from. Fun little Easter egg.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It came from the movie Jaws. Jaws was the first blockbuster ever. because people literally broke the block waiting to get in line.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I think that movie successfully... It made people scared to go in the water.
Yes, and
for
that was
years, and it still terrifies people to this day.
Successful movie of real fear.
Yep.
Like
because you can go because a shark could get you.
Yeah, I was scared to go in the bathtub too. I was scared to go in the lake.
Yes, in the bathtub. The lake is different because, and I think also another great movie, Lake Placid. That's the giant killer crocodile movie with like Betty White and Bridget Fonda. So Betty White plays like an old recluse who like feeds people to these like giant crocodiles. It's great. It's wild. But yeah, if you want a fun movie, Lake Placid. So like for me the fear, I don't think it's more so the fear of like the lake itself. To me, I don't like not knowing what's under me.
I can't see.
Or like can't see. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, just picturing something just, like, jaws open coming up at you. I remember one time I went with, we were on a family vacation, and my buddy, who's with us, he was like, go look into the water and, like, just picture a shark coming at you, and I did it. And I was like, I regret doing that. It was terrifying to think about.
Why would you do that?
Don't know why. I was stupid.
Oh my god. I have a fear that I'll, like, sit down on the toilet and something will come up to the toilet.
Yes. I don't like, yep.
I don't know why.
Or the other one, too, like, the idea of, like, an octopus. Like, just the tentacles, like, coming up around your legs and just pulling you down. Like, nope.
You will never find us in the ocean.
No.
Ever.
If we are, we're very close to the beach. We're not going very far.
Ain't going far.
Yeah. But no, love shark movies. Deep Blue Sea, which I mentioned before on the pod. Amazing film. I'm trying to think what else other really fun horror movies for people to watch.
The Ring.
The Ring. Yep. There's also some local movies that were made here. Shout out to All Fun and Games with my friends Sydney Sabiston, Matthew Lapou, and Keyshawn Joseph, friends of the pod. Shout out to them. You can go watch them in that movie. It's super, super fun.
Go watch.
On Amazon, I believe.
Yes.
And it's with the guy who did... his name is Ari Costa. The name is escaping me right now. But it's got Asa Butterfield and Natalia Dyer from Stranger Things.
Yep.
So go check that movie out. Shout out to them. Shout out to you guys. And then there's also Elevator Game, which is on Shudder, which is a bunch of local people as well.
Oh, why did
And
yeah. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Oh
Both really, really fun movies.
Huh.
So yeah, I love that's like my goal as an actor, like horror movies.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what I want to do. I want to have iconic death scenes. Like
I feel like people are always like, oh, like dramas and this and that.
No,
I
want the horror movies.
If you have someone acting in a horror movie,
they're
like,
so fun.
They're so fun. Plus, those are good freaking actors if they're acting in a horror movie. Like, you have to act scared.
It's hard. It's a lot of work.
It's a hard thing to act scared. You can't just, like, you can act dramatic,
and
sad, and romantic, but to act scared, you have to be scared.
Yep.
Like, you have to, like, really channel it.
Yep.
So, I condone you for wanting to be in these horror
I
movies.
love them. I remember I auditioned for a couple movies here and didn't get them, sadly, but that's still, like, that's manifesting. That's my goal. I want to make horror movies. I want to be in them. I want to have lots of fun, iconic deaths.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
What are you most scared of? Like, what's, like...
What scares me the most?
Like, what is, like... Oh, my God. What is something that is, like, scary? Like, if you go to, like, a haunted house or something, like, what is something you don't
I remember... to me, clowns scare me the most. I have whatever that clown phobia is. I can already see you physically like. Hated it. I had this weird like hate watch with it because it terrifies me, but I also like can't not look away.
I cried watching it.
It is terrifying.
I cried.
Like the scene that
clowns.
like the stuck in my brain to this day, as I believe both in the second movie, the scene where he eats the little girl under the bleachers.
I didn't see the second one. I couldn't watch it.
Oh, it was terrifying. There's another scene where James McAvoy's character is trying to like free this little kid, and like Pennywise is like bashing his head into like this like cell thing, and then like he gets him, and all you see is just a spray of blood, and you're just like, yep.
I had like me and my friend Ellie went to a haunted thing, like it's here in Manitoba.
Yeah.
And there was this one year where they always have this, like, clown part, and it's terrifying, and I hate it. But this one year, all these clowns surrounded me in a circle.
I would have probably pissed my pants.
And they started pushing me back and forth between one another.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. That would be traumatizing.
It was terrible. I hate it. But we went last year, and the whole time I just kept on thinking.
Was this Six Pines? Yeah.
Because
that's the place. No, it was. There's a place we have here called Heebie Jeebies.
Yes.
And there is
that's a place they can touch you, right?
They can touch you, and you're not allowed to touch them, which I completely agree with. It's an actor thing. Shout out to the scare actors. They do a lot of hard work. Again, it's hard to be scary, and like the other side of it, trying to scare people and like genuinely try to do it. Obviously, it works with you, but I remember, talking about things that genuinely scared me. Loud noises in, like, terrifying means. So, I remember we were going through one of those mazes, and I This is the only time that I've dropped to the floor in fear.
Oh.
I was holding on to a friend of mine, Andrea Wall. Shout out to Andrea, friend of the pod. And we're going through the maze, and we're in this area. The lights are off. You can't see anything. And then the lights flash, and there's this 6-foot-tall dude with a chainsaw. And he swings it down right beside me as he, like, starts the sound. So you just hear, boom! And I just see this thing slide down beside me. I dropped to the floor, and I started choking my friend. Because she's like, David. Because I'm like, I literally, like, I tensed up in, like, shock. So I, like, literally, like, started clawing at, like, her neck because I was, like, literally in fear. She's like, David. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. But I dropped to the floor. Like, it was instant. Like I lost control of my body for a good, like, 5 to 10 seconds. It was the most, like, terrified I think I've ever been in my life.
I'm so sorry.
Like, imagine being so scared you drop to the floor. Oh, it was terrifying. So that was the scariest situation I think I've ever been in my life. Even though it was, like, a fake, created, like, situation. But, yeah, it was terrifying.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, you have clowns throwing you back and forth, and I have a chainsaw man trying to cut me in half.
We want to hear your scary stories.
Yes. Comment below what is your
below.
favorite horror movie? What's the scariest moment you've ever experienced on Halloween? Whether it be a scare maze or real scary stories on Halloween.
Right?
Yeah.
And, we'll be back. We'll be
right back after this break. See you guys. And we're back with more In Search of Nonsense. What are we talking about today, Brielle?
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Appalachian Mountains.
Ooh, I'm excited for this app.
Mountains!
It's a lot of spooky things.
But we're going to touch on some of the main folklore that has been spotted in this area. So first,
what's going on? What's going on in the Appalachian Mountains?
First, I'm going to give you a little bit of fun facts.
Okay.
A little bit of fun facts. So, the Appalachian Mountains are they're super old. Super old. The region has been made up like anywhere from the 18th to the 19th century. Some say even like way before as well. Plus, they're huge. They stretch from Newfoundland and Labrador all the way down to Alabama and like Georgia.
Is this like the biggest mountain range in the world?
I believe so, but don't quote me.
It could be one of them.
Could be one of them. But they're huge.
That's huge.
They're known for their myths, known for their legends, known for their folklore.
I'm sure there's a lot of cryptids up in there.
It is the one of the biggest in North America to bring in folklore, like tourism, like all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's been like a focal point on X-Files, on Mountain, I can't remember what it's called, Mountain Man or something. It was like another Mountain Mysteries.
Do you mean like Survivor Man? Mm-mm. Like Les Stroud? No?
There was like another show and it was like Mysteries in the Mountains or something.
Oh, okay.
They have books on them, stories on them, movies on them. People have Instagram profiles, TikToks, everything on the Appalachians.
Interesting.
Or Appalachia.
Which is also like an interesting name in and of itself. The Appalachia or Appalachia.
Appalachia, I think it is.
Yeah.
But it is like fun fact right here. I'm gonna read it to you because I don't
got
want
all
to.
the fun
I got
facts
all
for you
these
guys.
notes here.
Yeah.
So the Appalachian culture is widely known for its superstitions, myths, legends, and folklore. Some of these known cultures by the traditional people of the Appalachian may not be widely practiced in the present day, but their myths and mountain folklore were passed down through several generations. So that's why they say like a lot of the folklore is not modern. It has been passed down from it could be from the 18th century.
So there's a lot of rich history.
Yes. Plus there's they say that the ghost stories and the legends might be used. That's why why it's folklore, because it might have been used by the people the first people who lived in that area to scare off people who were wanting to settle.
Oh.
So it was kind of like a little
way to get the white man
scary.
out of there.
Yeah. A lot of monsters, demons, ghosts.
Yeah.
A lot of those fun.
usual, cryptids.
A lot of the fun stuff. But, yes. So, it's like, there's some big ones. So, I'm going to tell you what they are first, and then we're going to talk about them.
Okay.
So, a lot of the big ones that have been spotted is Bigfoot.
Of course. Love that.
A thing called brown mountain lights.
Brown mountain lights? Interesting.
Mothman.
Mothman.
Moon-eyed people.
Moon-eyed people?
Yeah. The Bell Witch haunting.
Okay. So there's a lot. Oh, wow. Okay.
And the Flatwoods Monster. Plus, there's this whole thing of called Don't Look at the Trees.
That, when we found out about the trees, that's, yep.
Sketchy. So,
which is hard to do when you're in woods.
Yeah, right? So, Bigfoot. Bigfoot is
Bigfoot. Love Bigfoot.
Right, we've done a whole...
We've done an episode on him, Sasquatch.
It's a thing. It's a thing that people say that they see there. The next...
Well, and I will say, to comment on Bigfoot as well, it's interesting that he's not found in just one area. Like, he's common throughout North America. You know.
I agree. That's why it makes me think, like, going off of Bigfoot, that it must be...
They're seeing something.
They're seeing something.
Something's out there. And the fact that it's, like... how do you say? The fact that it's consistent.
Yeah.
In the look, in the everything.
I agree.
They're seeing something.
Like...
The other thing, too, with, like, how, like, Native Americans and, you know, Indigenous people in Canada, like, Sabe, like, it's deemed as an animal that exists.
Yes.
They don't create this, like, make-believe
No,
thing.
they say it's something that has already exists on the land. And they use it as, like, a spirit
because,
animal.
like, they talk about, like, the eagle and the, you know, the mountain lion and all that. And it's like, those are all real. So, like, why would only one of them...
Why would only be one of them, like, Sabe be the only one?
It's something to think about, you know?
Next is the Brown Mountain Lights.
Okay, this sounds interesting to me. What's the Brown Mountain Lights?
This was weird. So basically, Brown Mountain Lights are basically just eerie lights that have been spotted in the sky for a very long time. Many eyewitnesses...
So are they brown, or is the mountain called Brown Mountain?
They're brown.
Oh, they're brown.
They're brown. That's what they kind of...
Interesting.
Like, they say that they're brown. They say that they're, like, light-colored. I think the mountain now is named after those kinds of sightings.
Oh, interesting.
So there's been many sightings of these lights. Some of them thought that it was cars or trains coming over, and that's what people were seeing.
Oh, over the mountain.
That was debunked when a bridge collapsed and no cars could go over there, and people were still seeing them. So they're like
something spooky,
glowing orbs in the sky above the mountain and suddenly disappearing or exploding in the sky.
Interesting.
So no one actually knows what they are or where they came from or where they're going. Like they just...
Something to think about.
Yeah, people just see them.
Interesting. And that's a common phenomena too. People are now more forthcoming about, like, seeing orbs, UFOs, like lights in the sky that quickly move and, like, change position, like zoom around as if almost the lights themselves
or, like,
could be little beings or little
like
craft.
Something.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting one because I've never heard of that before.
I've never heard of that either.
And it wasn't really one that I could find much on, just because people have seen a lot of it, but they don't know what it is.
Gotcha.
Right. It's not.
But it's a phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Next one.
It could be explained naturally, but as of right now, they can't explain it. Yeah.
Next, Mothman.
Love this. This facet, like Mothman. We need to do an episode on him.
They are creepy. It's
yeah. The most famous one being the Mothman of Point Pleasant.
Yeah. That's the one. That's basically that's like the number one, because I'm pretty sure Point Pleasant is a part of the Appalachia.
It is. It's Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And for those of you who don't know, that was, and whether you believe in Mothman or not, this was a documented sighting of people would see what they deemed the Mothman on this bridge. Yeah. And it was shortly days before the bridge collapsed.
Yes, so that's one of the things. They believe that the Mothman is, like, when you see his presence, it's meaning that danger is...
It's like a bad omen. It means something, disaster is coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because, and it was something that, like, multiple people called the police. They're like, there's this thing on the bridge. Seeing. People are driving by. It's like just watching people in traffic.
And that's what people were saying is, like, they have no idea because they've never seen it again.
Yeah.
They have no idea what it was.
Nope.
They have no idea where it came from, and they can't disprove it because multiple sightings, and it was the exact same description.
Yep.
So basically, it's a
look
large
it up. Mothman of Point Pleasant.
flying man
With
large
big red
flying
eyes.
man with 10-foot wings, big ass fucking red eyes, just
Yep.
staring.
Think
at
of a
you.
big black moth with red eyes just flying at you. Terrifying.
Yes. So
Yeah.
a bad omen. That's what they say that is. That has been also spotted in the Appalachians, as you said. The next is the moon-eyed people.
What's the moon-eyed people? I've never heard of this before.
Okay, so according to Cherokee legend, long ago, before the Cherokee moved into the Smokies, there was a race of small, bearded white men who lived in the mountains. So according to a certain author,
Like gnomes?
well, they don't
like
know if
little
they were.
men?
They don't know if they were gnomes or if they were like people that were from Europe way before documentation, or if they were something else. Like
They could
don't
be like
know.
supernatural, little like dwarf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So according to a certain author, whose tale of this mysterious race is displayed in the Cherokee County Historical Museum. The men possessed all the land from the Little Tennessee River to Kentucky, with a line of fortification from one end of their domain to another. So they
So this was like
basically
a known
colonized.
thing.
Like they colonized. It's known. It's in this museum, and the men who lived in round logged cabins
And they were
had
little
large,
white men.
They had large blue eyes and fair white skin, and were sunblind during the day, only emerging from their homes at night.
That's
Because they could only
weird.
see in the dark. So the Cherokee called them the moon-eyed people.
Because they could only see in moonlight.
Which makes you wonder what kind of
What was
people
that?
are they?
That's freak. And it was a
like-
known documented thing that these people lived there?
Because then I started
See,
thinking...
this is the stuff people don't talk
Because
about.
then I started thinking, I was like, maybe they're blind. Because blind people sometimes have really blue eyes.
Yeah.
But in the moonlight...
But they couldn't
can't
see in the moonlight. You'd be even worse.
So then I was like, maybe they're albino.
Yes.
But I was
their
like,
eyes would be red,
but
not
their eyes
blue.
would- yeah. Or like... So then I'm like, who are these people?
That's freaky. I've never heard of that
Yeah,
before.
so I want to go into more
I want to
of
look
that.
into the moon-eyed people, yeah.
Because they're odd. And then you have the Bell Witch haunting, which was a family over in the Appalachian areas, and they lived on a farm, and they started experiencing these weird hauntings.
Oh, okay.
And they invited a priest over to kind of do like a seance kind of thing. And it was a woman who came forward saying she used to be the town witch. She wanted to kill the husband of the family, blah, blah, blah. That's why all these hauntings were happening. They would hear weird noises in the night. So then people started coming to these people's home to come experience these hauntings. And eventually, like, the witch said she would come back in 7 years. Then there was no hauntings for 7 years. Then she came back. And she
it started again.
It started again with the sun. And then it said they did a whole other thing, and the witch said that she would come back in 107 years. Some people have claimed that she's been back. Others say it's just a
superstition,
folklore.
Yeah.
Others believe that this family was doing like ventriloquist things. And
it was all fake.
It was all fake. The thing is that when people came over to their home, like, they never accepted money. They never accepted any money
so there's
for
no
them
form
to
of
come.
payment.
There's no form of payment. So that's where some people were like, well, why aren't they going to get payment then? Like, why wouldn't they?
Why would they do all this for some sort of...
free?
Yeah.
So there's that. That's like one of the big ones. One of the big witch ones. But a lot of witchy things. Come on, because it's West Virginia, right? So...
West Virginia, Point Pleasant, same thing. You got Mothman, you got witches.
Yeah, very close to Massachusetts. There's like Salem. Like, there's just a lot of weird things in those areas.
It's a weird world
Alabama.
out there.
Like, Virginia is odd. Virginia
There's a lot of stuff
weird.
going on from what I've heard in the supernatural world.
Yeah, like, I'm like, Vampire Diaries didn't do it first.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Clearly.
Clearly. So that's a weird one.
Interesting.
The next is the Flatwoods Monster.
What's Flatwoods Monster?
Okay.
Is that Bigfoot?
No. No, it's a 10-foot monster with a blood red face and green body that seems to glow.
What?
Yeah, so people said they claimed to see this being in, like, the woods while they were, like, walking or something.
Interesting.
And it's just kind of like this thing that they see. You're not supposed to get close to it.
So is it like a lizard man?
People don't know, because, like, when I first read
has
about
a
it,
green body with a blood red face, like scales?
I literally was like, is this Shrek? Like, that was my first
He's
thought.
coming out like, somebody once told me. Oh, yeah. So we went to this place called Boo at the Zoo. Fun fact. Oh, this kid made our day. It was worth the price of admission alone. This little kid went into this little, like...
it was like a
little Tyke's house, like playhouse.
Yeah, a little playhouse.
That they made up to look like a little haunted house. And he was like, we were walking by and it was supposed to be like a scary maze. Like, it wasn't even a maze. It was like a scary walkway.
Yeah.
Outside. And the kid goes in, he's like, Dad, he's like, watch this. And he goes in, he closes the door, and he kicks it out, and he starts singing All Stars from Shrek.
And it was honestly
so great.
One of the best things.
He's like, somebody once told me. We burst out laughing. Yeah. Oh my God.
It was a great night. We saw a lot of things, and then as always,
we took some great photos from there, yeah. So we'll post those on our Instagram later.
And as always, David and I went on rides.
Yes.
And hated ourselves.
Yeah, there was not enough rides. The lines were way too long. But we still got to go in the Tilt-A-Whirl. That's like our ride is the Tilt-A-Whirl.
That's our jam. And now I guess the Sizzler or the Twister or whatever they call it.
The Sizzler. We survived this time.
Yes, the last time we went on that ride, it was horrible.
It hurt physically.
It was horrible. This time we knew.
Now we knew what to expect,
We were prepared.
Yeah.
So the next one is the whole thing of don't look in the trees.
This fascinating. Okay, what's about don't look in the trees?
So the whole like locals, they have this whole thing where you don't look in the trees because there are these beings. You can see the trees are bending. You can feel like something's looking at you, and you're not supposed to look in them because if they see you looking at them, they can attack you. So they believe them to be like. One person said dogmen in the trees.
Dogmen. We're going to do an episode on them soon. Don't worry.
And the next one is... Didn't we do an episode on dogmen?
No, we talked about doing one. It's been so long.
I was like,
so yeah, we are going to do an episode where we go to St. Lupicin later and talk to a friend of ours. Yeah. That is coming. I know we promised that at like the episode 1, but we just never got around
It's been a busy year.
We're going to get to it, don't worry.
So they say that it's dogmen in the woods, but then a whole other thing was called devil monkeys.
Okay, what's devil monkeys?
Okay, devil monkeys. Let me tell you all about that. I had it pulled up here and then it
Don't worry. For those of you who don't know, again, dogmen are essentially werewolves that don't turn into humans. Yes. They're just like upright canines, which to me is terrifying to think about.
Okay, so devil monkeys kind of look like baboons. Basically. So devil monkeys are large baboon-like primates. And they've been spotted in Arizona, apparently. So that's fun. So basically what they are is they are about 3 to 4 feet tall.
Okay.
Some have seen them at least 7 feet tall. They are, unlike the legendary like Bigfoot, these creatures have been seen throughout like South America, Midwest America, and in Alaska. Mm-hmm. And they actually like... They have like razor sharp teeth, sharp little like feet, tiny pointed ears, and it looks
like little devil monkeys.
They're like basically
Is
devil.
That a photo of one? Oh, that's what they. Oh,
it's like
it's a drawing of one.
Think of a baboon, but scary.
But like dark sided.
Like terrifying. So
they're kind of like flying monkeys without the wings.
Yeah, like it's as if. That like these monsters are definitely prey. Like they are the primate. No, that's wrong. They are ape-like. They are ape-like. Yeah. They are the hunters. They're predators. They are the predators. So that's why. My computer just died.
Oh no.
So that's why they believe that they are the like ones in the trees.
Okay.
Because they are like they move around like monkeys.
Yeah.
And that's why
Which
they say
monkeys
like
frequent trees, so that makes sense.
Don't look at the trees because if they see you looking at them, they will attack you. Yeah.
That's like horrifying.
Isn't that terrible?
About. Yeah.
Yeah, my computer just died. That's fine.
That's okay. We can cut that out. Don't
Fun
worry.
times had by all.
Yeah. Well, that's been our. Well, that was our Halloween episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and we hope you guys have a happy Halloween.
A very good Halloween.
Very happy Halloween.
Enjoy yourselves, whatever you're doing, whether it be sitting at home drinking hot chocolate, watching Halloween Town.
Yeah.
Eating some popcorn and watching a terrifying movie.
Yeah. Or whether you're going out and looking for cryptids, let us know if you guys find any. Also, please send in your spooky, scary stories of stuff that's happened to you guys.
Love good spooky
encounters,
stuff.
Creatures, all of that fun stuff. Send that to insearchofnonsense@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you accordingly.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you later.
Take care, you guys.
Bye.
There we go.
I love how I talk as if like I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.